You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
The Toronto Maple Leafs have hit a rough patch, and things went from bad to worse during their latest matchup against the Boston Bruins. In a tense and physical game at TD Garden, the Leafs suffered a 5-3 loss, marking their third consecutive defeat. To make matters worse, star center Auston Matthews left the ice midway through the second period with a lower body injury, leaving fans and the team anxiously waiting for details. Matthews walked off the ice without an obvious limp, but the severity of his injury is still unknown. Leafs head coach Craig Berube admitted that he couldn't give a timeline for Matthews' return and wasn't even sure exactly when or how the injury occurred. Matthews had taken a hard hit from Nikita Zadorov earlier in the game, which Berube described as questionable, but it's unclear if that play caused the injury or if it stemmed from another moment during the game. What is clear is that losing Matthews at this stage of the season is a serious blow for a team already struggling to find its rhythm. The Leafs' challenges didn't end there. Goalie Anthony Stolarz also exited the game after a shaky first period, in which he allowed 3 goals on just 10 shots. Though Berube hopes Stolarz's injury isn't serious, the uncertainty around his availability adds another layer of concern for the team. With Dennis Hildeby likely to step in if needed, the Leafs' goaltending depth will be tested. Toronto is already missing key players like Chris Tanev and Scott Laughton, and is awaiting Joseph Woll's return, who is expected to play for the Marlies before rejoining the Leafs. Even with Woll's anticipated return, the immediate future looks challenging, particularly with Matthews potentially sidelined. Without their captain and top center, Berube will have to rely more heavily on John Tavares, who has been carefully managed in terms of minutes this season. Other players will also face tougher assignments, meaning the team's depth will be put to the test. The game itself exposed Toronto's defensive struggles. The Leafs were unable to keep up with the Bruins, allowing numerous odd-man rushes and failing to kill penalties effectively. Even when they attempted comebacks, additional penalties and lapses left them vulnerable, ultimately allowing Boston to pull away. Despite the setback, there are glimmers of hope. Berube and the players acknowledged that the season is long, and emphasized the importance of learning from mistakes. Defense remains a key area for improvement, and the team must find ways to protect leads and stay disciplined on the ice. For now, the focus will be on the recovery of Matthews and Stolarz. Their absences could force the Leafs to adjust lines and redistribute responsibilities, testing both their resilience and roster depth. With injuries piling up and a losing streak underway, Toronto faces a critical juncture where each game becomes a measure of how well the team can adapt and overcome adversity. The Maple Leafs are in a tough spot, and the coming days will reveal just how this team responds when one of its stars is sidelined and the season's challenges mount. Stay subscribed for more videos.